Welcome back to Digimon Story Lost Evolution. Previously, I finally arrived at the Palace Laboratory, met with Takto, who acted hostile towards me, same with Asuka, who didn't seem quite like herself. At the end of the palace was the old Union Room. I met Colonel there, who was trying to gather tamers to defeat the selectors through means of a tournament. He gave me the address to a new server, which has 4 cities and champions. The journey starts in the east, so let's get to it. I fly towards the Task Canyon. New wild Digimon that show up here include Garudamon, who surprisingly has a Mega Plus as a final form, but won't reach it easily. Greymon has a good time reaching Mega, especially since it's at this point of the game that Mega plates start dropping. Aerovidramon can also reach Mega, though its usual choice will be Password Lock. Master Tyrannomon also has a Password Lock choice of Mega. Dorugoramon's Supreme Courage can drop defense, though I find the efficacy of such debuffs to be dubious. Wargreymon has a good wide move in Terra Force. Black Wargreymon's Terra Destroyer hits wider for a bit lower power though. As for Dynasmon, his Breath of Wyvern can drop attack, though, once again, dubious efficacy. I go southwest, then climb the rope to cut some trees to go back east through the upper path. That way I can open a chest that contains 8,000 bits. I return to the second area, then take the lower path to the west, opening a chest that has a task card. I go back one area, then take the upper path west, followed by northwest. I open a chest here that has the mini shower farm good, then open the nearby gate. Beyond it is only an underground tunnel, so I return to the area where I got the task card, then go further west. I slice some trees to the east, beyond which is a chest that has a cactus hammer. I go back to the previous area to take the lower path to the east, shatter a boulder that blocks a path to the southwest. Beyond it is a boss chest, so I go further east instead, finding the console where I can use the East City key. This city features both a Panamon shop and Toy Agumon shop, with improved inventory, though the equipment freebies I've been getting means I'm not particularly wanting for more. To the east of the shop is the local champions room, though my path is blocked by Creel, the former Tamer King. He sends out a Piximon, Greatmon and Flaremon. They're quite easily dispatched. My next opponent is Bibir. Hold on, that name sounds familiar. He's arguing with a Skullbaluchimon who faces me in combat along with a Puppetmon. They fall easily. Bibir complains that this Digimon was just a replacement partner. If only his real partner was here. Speak of the devil, a Malomyorismon shows up, the Demi-Devimon from before. After some banter, he faces me alongside a Kumon. Once again, an easy clear, though this seems to have lit a fire in both Bibir and Malomyorismon, who rush out to face the leader, and get promptly wiped. Seems that Asuka was too much for them. Guess I'm gonna have to step up. She sends a Boltmon to aid the EX Eraser Beta, who's a bit more threatening with his confusion abilities, but my super effective damage handles it easily. With my victory, Asuka dismisses the EX Eraser and gives me the key to the next city, but as she keeps talking, suddenly she comes back to her senses. After a heartwarming reunion between her and Lil Devi, she returns to the Digibase with a gate disc. Guess the rescue operation was a success. As I leave though, Terriermon calls to reveal some of the research she did into Colonel. He was a real human who died a long time ago. The Colonel I met must have been some sort of constructed digital avatar. Also, it would seem that Underamon of Tamer Town has a new tool for sale. I leave the city to reach the other side of Task Canyon, which features a new wild Digimon, Phoenixmon. She's got super wide fire and light moves, as well as a super wide heal. She can evolve even further, with some difficulty though. I open a chest here that has 1,000 bits. A bit low for now, no? I then go northeast through the lower path, finding a warp at the end. Once at the other side, I open a chest that contains 3 revives. Going further east reveals another tunnel entrance. So I return to the first south area, then take the upper path for a chest that has the Task South key, which I can use in the previous area to open the Digiport. Since each of the main areas of this continent are bisected by cities, each side is going to have its own Digiport. Since I got some new plates, I digivolve Rex to Wargreymon and Fang to Dorgoramon. I pay a visit to Tamer Town. Since I deliver 60 plates, I get a pure ring from Octomon. Andoramon's new tool though is way too expensive for me to get. This hammer could have helped me destroying larger clumps of crystal bugs. I return to the Task Canyon, then go southwest, reaching the Brillo Ruins. They feature new wild Digimon and include Antilamon, who will have difficulty reaching Mega from a fresh Digiconversion, X-Tyrannomon as well. Many of these Megas require extra ability, which is accumulated with each Digivolution or D-Digivolution. Prestamon at least has an easier time reaching the next stage. Argomon Ultimate also has a single easy choice to reach. Better yet, since his Mega is a default plate. By going for the east path first, I open a chest that has the Frilla card. Then I take the southwest exit, followed by further southwest, finding the post where I can unlock the gate, though going through the gate itself will require me finding an alternate path. I go for the western path that takes me north. Here is a chest that has the keychain farmwood. I go back to the starting area. This time, I take the western path to the southwest, finding a chest that has 3 gate discs. Then I go southwest again. It's here that I find a boss chest behind a boulder, so I go for the east instead. Finally, crossing the gate I opened earlier to go further east for 2 areas, as well as opening a chest that has a dependable spear. I go north, opening a chest that has a filler east key, then further north, so I can use the key to open the digiport. I then go back to areas to open the gate for South City. It's full of Numemon. Some of them even fight me, like this guard Numemon who has a Budmon ally. In fact, this city is full of Numemon random encounters. A bit late to get a champion Digimon, I must say. The path to the east is blocked by a Numemon, who calls more allies to face me. While they show a lot of guts, they lose easily, so they run. Another aggressive Numemon in this area is the lazy Numemon, who is helped by a Tokomon. I finally go east, facing angry Numemon and his Moonmon friend, then stubborn Numemon and his Chibamon buddy. As I go for the champion room, I get blocked by 3 Numemon. Not a very exciting contest. They still won't let me through after I win though. I must go further into the Thriller Ruins and get the Iba Soda from the Ibamon there. Now that I can go deeper, I can find new wild Digimon that include Skullbaluchimon. His only evolution is a warp into another tree. High Andromon's Atomic Ray is a wild move with an insta-kill chance, similar to Gulmon's Death Arrow, though this one's a split move. Venom Myotismon has Venom Infusion, which you would think would inflict poison. Actually, it inflicts paralysis. I open a chest that has the Thriller West key, open up the digiport, find a tunnel, then go southwest, shatter a boulder to go north, and open chests that contain an attack ring and 6 EXP 2000s. I go back one area to go further southwest, opening a chest that contains 3000 bits, and then go northwest, opening another chest that has 3 confusion heals. I go back one area to take the east path, finally going face to face with the Ibamon. The 3 of them are no match for my lightning damage, so I take the Iba Soda from them. Surely I can take on the local champion at last. I give Numemon the soda, and they combine together to make the gigantic Numemon. Too bad I don't even get a turn. They might not be strong, but they still are gutsy. The local champion is Tres, of the Bandits. She sends out the Lilithmon alongside the monsters EX Eraser Alpha. Once again, it's an easy sweep. With their defeat, she leaves the city behind as a Numemon sanctuary of sorts. I also get the address for West City as well. Now that this whole Numemon stuff is dealt with, I can now find Ibamon in Thriller Ruins West. It has Crusher Bone, which causes confusion and drains MP. It's single target though. I go through the Thriller Ruins as far west as I can, then go northwest to find a new area, Access Glacier. New wild Digimon I can find here include Frigimon. He's got no evolutions, only serving as a connector between 2 trees. Angemon drops plates for both of her evolutions, though only one of them is easily accessible for a fresh Digiconvert. Dragomon has easy access to his Mega, same with Zuamon, though he does have an Ancient Warrior alternative for the post-game. I open a chest that has 9 bandages, then go north, sweep around west to go south, finding the access south key, which I immediately use to open the nearby Digiport. I return to the previous area, which has 3 paths to the north. First, I melt some ice to take the northwest path, finding a chest that has a Gamemon shield. Then I take the central north path, going further northwest and northeast, finding a chest that has 3 medicines alpha. I then go east, finding a spring, go back one area and go west to open up the gate for West City. As I enter the city, a Tamer and a Vipemon warn me that I will have difficulties continuing ahead into the World Championship. This city features a Toyagumon and Panamon shops as well, with better inventory than the east offered. Next area, I meet with the Tamer Lumor, who's trying to stop me from going ahead, sending out an Ex-Tyrannomon, Brachiomon, and Cherrymon. They don't even get a turn. As I find the leader building, I'm stuck by the Tamer Arakel, who sends out a Metal Mamemon, and Marine Angemon, who are at least better defensively, but fall fast still. Unfortunately, the champion building is locked, no one can enter. Turns out the champion is a friend of Kizuna's, Ace. Perhaps if we find his partner Pancholeomon, we can convince him to open up. He should be in Access Glacier North. With this new section available, I can find wild Digimon that include Valkyrimon. His feral sword can cause sleep, and it can still evolve further. Metal Garurumon has a wild move in the form of Ice Wolf Bite, but he can also learn Giga Gain Speed, a necessity for team-wide speed boosts. Vikemon has Mjolnir Hammer, which despite being a unique learnable, is somewhat less impressive than the speed-reducing Great Blizzard. Merukimon's Thousand Fists are a wide speed-reducing move. Kentaurusmon is another user of Giga Gain Speed, and also has a wide speed reduction move. I take the lower northeast path, then go northwest behind molten ice to open a chest that has 3 full restores. Then go back to the previous area to fetch a chest that has some Arukeni armor. I then go northeast, followed by another ice melting to the northwest to open a chest that contains 2 EXP 2000s. I then go back one area to go northeast, follow the path west, opening a chest that has the access north key. Then I take the north path. If I were to go east twice, I would discover a spring. Instead, I open the Digiport and take the central north path to find Bancholeomon. He realizes I'm here to help Ace, but he refuses, resulting in a fight. After winning, he decides to go through with it. I return to West City. Seems that Bancholeomon busted the door open, so I guess I can finally continue this local champion business. Well, there's a tamer with an Argomon Ultimate, Dragomon, and Wendigomon I must go through first. They didn't even give the guy a name. Bancholeomon and Kizuna try to convince Ace that his thinking is wrong, but they aren't going through with him. So Bancholeomon starts a fight with me to help get it into Ace's skull. He is aided by a Valkyremon and Justimon. Kage kinda feels the heat in this one, but it's over pretty quickly. Ace still thinks it's pointless, but Bancholeomon argues that having no point is the point. The selectors must be stopped, not fighting won't help things. Worst come to worst, he could just go with another tamer. Guess Ace finally gets it this time around, so I receive the North City address. I finish things by digivolving Wolf to Metal Garurumon, buy the polymer clay from Andromon, then deliver plates to Octomon, receiving the 80 plate prize, the Master Ring. The journey is not yet over. I went to East City, facing the local champion Asuka, finally getting her back to her senses. Next was South City, the Numemon Sanctuary, defeating Tres of the Bandits, the second champion. Next up was Ace, though I needed the help of his Digimon partner to even enter his building. Now all that's left is the North City champion, and I'll be capable of joining the World Tournament. Thank you for watching, and I'll be seeing you next time, as I finally get my qualification.